Alright, here's a little quick test of the sounds. For those saying that some of these sounds of the original DTM ones, couldn't be more wrong. Here's an example of the 45s. Here's the garbage one versus the SP one. Before I proceed, I looked in the files. This is using the HSF SD45-2 sound files, the release from 2017. And here's shutdown.
Make sure to show everyone the bell, honey.
I already did.
You did?
So that's the Bozeman one. Now here's DTM's original SD45 release, which I think personally sounds better. I'll do a shutdown. It doesn't have a proper shutdown, but I think it has a proper startup. Okay, so that part's broken, but the rest of this is good. Next, we're going to test the Jeep9s. I have the Central Jersey Railfan one, but this VNH 2.0 unit shouldn't be affected, so that will be our baseline for testing. So we'll test Bozeman first. Sounds should be identical, but I need to make sure. Also, hon, here's the bell animation for you. I'll go back through the notches. I'll shut up. May not work, it may be broken because of my setup. Indeed, it doesn't work properly, so we'll chalk up the GP9 to unable to function at the moment, but I'll demonstrate all the other units. Basically same sounds. Now the most egregious difference comes from the Jeep30s. That still also has the bell malfunction. There are notch up and notch down transition sounds, but they don't seem to really work at all. Now we will review the original release of the GP30 on Steam with sounds recorded by Anthony Wood of Searchlight Simulations and Midwest Locomotive Works. I didn't bring out a direct comparison because I checked to see if the sounds were aliased, and here is your FT, which is just the standard 567 sounds. Oh, I didn't set it up to be drivable, did I? Hold on. Get a load really quick.
So I've noticed, basically with the newer stuff, there's some weird looping in the notches
Yeah.
that weren't present on the older versions. Just putting it out there though, the original GP30, the notches have a weird cut in them, but it's not like the looping issue on the new stuff. But I did notice that actually. Did you hear it too, or no?
Yes, hold on.
Well, like all the newer stuff I've noticed, there's this weird thing where it's playing like the loop either before or after it in the one loop that you're doing. Did you notice that too? Like
yes.
I'm not the only.
There it is. So now I need to... Okay. This one... I should move to be in the visible playable area right there. And then we will assign a driver to the FTs, as well as, do we have another F unit? I have another. I think technically the toy diesel does have this proper sounds.
I think it's the default.
Okay.
I want to say.
We'll use that. Okay.
I guess put it at the front of the tunnel.
Yeah. I'm trying to avoid sound bleed, so I think if I put on this ramp, I know it'll roll away the moment I click on it, but I do not care. There we go. Okay. Now I'll just upload this raw recording to YouTube, because I don't think it'll fit on Discord.
No, I think it's too big by now. So what's the current consensus on Bozeman?
The little that I've experienced, I do want to test the train order signs before I go off, as well as a pair of semaphores before I let go of this route. But in the sounds department, sure, the existing ones, I mean, there's nothing to write home about. They were okay, the 567 sounds, they're just old. The SD45, though, and the GP30 feel like a spit in the face to me, specifically the Jeep 30. I understand. I mean, no offense. Maybe it's because Woody threatened Caesar, and Caesar's finally using his own sounds as opposed to using Woody's, which, for legal reasons, is proper, but for enjoyability reasons, is not. Yep, same sounds. Forgot where the Mars Light key is.
Oh, that's a great sound effect in the background. You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that supposed to be like one of the air compressors just making that sound?
Is it this?
Nah, it's the headlight. Headlight key.
Then I don't have a control immediately for,
It's probably a key bind only.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a really good sound effect.
Nothing over here, right? Yeah.
I like how the brake wheel's just mounted right there. Not sure if that's like a DTM thing for this.
There is a way to activate the Mars Light, but at least now it works. And then we'll fly up here to compare it, and then...
We all know what these things are.
I mean, I guess I can entirely commend, anyways, if it turns out that Caesar's using his own Jeep 30 sounds now, as opposed to not get in trouble with Searchlight, in a way I applaud him for finally obeying the contract, but these new sounds are terrible. I get Caesar doesn't necessarily have the resources that Woody does, but this is pretty egregious for 2024. And the SD45, I can only presume that Caesar lost his original files in a drive crash, but then he could have just used his own packaged files from the original SP. I might get flack of saying that technically the BN ones are more correct, but as limited as they are, the 2012 SD45 sounds feel like they have more raw power behind them.
Plus the looping.
Yeah. So if you're someone who owns any of these things, make a little proxy edit and point them to the correct sounds, and maybe you can enjoy at least part of this DLC. A major disappointment. Anyways, this has been TRXIE. See you guys later.